start a nice, friendly party. Watch carefully everything the people at this party do and say. Then ask yourself, would I rate them plus or minus as friends? Ready? Here we go.
Don't take too much. Don't worry about it. Well, there's one thing about your party that's okay, Mary.
Well, what's that, Frank?
At least Eddie isn't here.
What's the matter with Eddie?
Oh, I don't know. I just think he's a drip.
Well, you used to go around with him all the time.
I know, but I don't like him anymore. He's always, yeah. He shows off and talks too much.
Well, of course, Ed isn't perfect, any more than anybody else. But just the same, I think he's tough.
Is loyalty one test of friendship? Would you rate Frank plus or minus on loyalty? And how would you rate Mary? Get the idea, audience? In this film, we play a game to find out what sort of friends we like to have and what kind of friends we want to be. Now, here's another scene. Study it carefully because none of these youngsters will do the right thing or the wrong thing every time. It will be up to you to decide. Ready?
Well, here, let me do it for you, Ethel.
Thanks, Bill.
That's okay. Cupcake? There's a seat over there if you have everything you want.
I certainly do.
Tell me, I haven't seen very much of you lately. What have you been doing?
Oh, well.
That's one way to behave when you're with your friends. Bill appears to be friendly and helpful. His actions are polite. He seems genuinely interested in other people. Now, here's another way to act. Let's compare the two.
Can I help you, Betty?
No, thanks, Joe. Oh, come sit with us, Betty. Oh, it's all right. I'm going to sit over there.
And that's another way to behave when you're with your friends. Maybe you don't have many friends who eat this way, but you certainly know some who act this way. If Betty were a friend of yours, how would you rate her conduct? Plus or minus? Now do the same for Mary as she comes into the next scene.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Oh, well, we were talking about school.
Oh, but who cares about school? Wait till you hear what I did last week. It's the funniest thing. You'll die when you hear it.
And that's another way to behave when you're with your friends. Is it the right way? If so, or if not, why? You know, many things can make or mar a friendship. How would you react to this next scene?
Is anything the matter, Joe?
More or less.
What is it?
Well, it's kind of a secret.
Oh, you know, you always can trust me.
You won't tell anyone?
Not a soul, promise.
Well, my father's got a new job. I may have to move away, I'm afraid.
Oh, Joe, gosh, I'm sorry.
So am I. But please don't tell anyone because it's not definite yet.
Cross my heart, I won't say a word. Mary, promise you won't tell a soul, but I just heard the most terrible thing. Joe's father lost his job, and they have to get out of their house right away and move to another town. They haven't got enough to eat anymore, and even worse than that.
That's one way to react when a friend entrusts you with a secret. Is this what you would recommend under similar circumstances? The next scene deals with another vital test of friendship. Dependability. How would you react to these two episodes?
George, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you. You know the day we have tomorrow night?
What about it?
I can't go. My folks want me to go somewhere with them, and I simply can't get out of it.
I'm sorry,
So am I, but it just simply can't be helped. Oh, excuse me. Bill. It's okay, I got rid of him.
Oh, that's swell. How'd you do it?
Oh, it was easy. I just made up a story about having to go somewhere, and he fell for it.
Oh, great.
Now you and I can go out tomorrow and have some real fun.
Sure, come on, let's dance.
You've just seen one possible way of behaving toward a friend. Compare what you saw with the episode that follows.
Say, Ethel, remember that date we have for Friday night?
Of course I do, Frank.
Well, come on over. I want to talk to you about it. You see, my parents and I and our whole family got an invitation to go on a trip this weekend. So would you mind too much if I broke our date and went along with them?
Why, not at all, Frank.
Thanks. I knew you'd be a pal about it. And we'll have our date a week from Friday, okay?
Absolutely okay. And thanks for telling me about it.
In this picture, we've looked at a few problems of the kind you and your friends run into every day. Remember what those problems of friendship are? They involve loyalty, good manners, and dependability. Let's review them briefly. Was Frank a good friend in this scene? Or was Mary right when she stuck up for Eddie? Was Bill a real friend at the table with Ethel? Did Betty show a friendly, cooperative spirit at the party? Do you like your friends to do what Mary is doing in this scene? How would you rate Ethel in this test of friendship, plus or minus? How did you feel when Betty broke her date with George? Was Frank a good friend when he postponed his date with Ethel? If you have any problems like those you've just seen, talk them over. Get them settled. Because the only way to have a friend is to be one. And friendship is one of the most precious things in life.